Hey guys, Rachel here from Blue Moon, Elise, and the Healthy Habits crew, and today we are going to make a light dinner. So we've been talking a lot about the importance of eating earlier and eating lighter. And if you're like me, you don't want to be in the kitchen very long. You probably have stuff going on. You probably have kids, you probably have a spouse, you probably have a job. This is something you can actually even make at work if you're still going to be at work in the late evening. This is so simple. I bring these things to my job all the time because I can make it there. So assuming you had a large lunch, assuming you were utilizing the 10 to 2 period time of the day when your bile is at its highest and your assimilation is at its best, then you're not going to be wanting a steak in the afternoon. You're going to want something light, and you'll notice that your body will start to crave to eat in this way. So we're going to make a very simple miso soup. This doesn't take long at all. I have a pot. I just turned my stovetop on. I'm going to throw a little olive oil in there, just enough to coat the bottom. And I went ahead and pre-cut some onions. I got about a handful. Maybe you'll do a couple of handfuls if you have a couple, like two, like I'd say a handful per person that you would be making this for. And just start to saute up your onions on the stovetop. Now I'm actually going to throw in some mushrooms. I'm a big fan of using mushrooms. There's a lot of really interesting adaptogenic qualities that come in mushrooms. Meaning that they actually, well, number one, they're just loaded with nutrients. They really adapt to your body. There's lots of different mushrooms out there with different qualities. You know, shiitakes are definitely high up on the list. These are portobello mushrooms. Very easy, very light to digest in the afternoon. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of, normally I might grate it. I didn't pull out the grater, making it simple. I'm just cutting it as small as I possibly can and get it on the bottom of the pot so it can break down a little bit quicker than everything else I put in there. You might also add some carrots. It's real nice because of the sweet taste. It's really light, but it's also grounding. So in the afternoon when our blood sugar starts to shift, we want something that's going to help us be grounded too. And I'm going to throw in a stalk of celery. Again, very light. This is going to offer the salt taste to your food. And when we're talking about the 6 taste of Ayurvedic medicine, we want to be able to get the 6 taste in there. So we're covering the salt with this. And I'll simply saute it for maybe about, I don't know, 3 minutes, like just until you got it nice and cooked up. And then after about 3 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and just put some water in there. So we have them pretty well sauteed. It's been about 3 or so minutes. I'm just going to add my water. And I did about a quart. I'm just thinking like this is enough for about, you know, like me 2 times or something. And basically at this point, I have the stovetop off, or I have the stovetop on low. And I just want to keep it below boiling. And this is the really important part because the next piece is I'm going to add the miso. Now the miso will start to die if it's boiling, so we just want it nicely warm. And miso, this is a gluten-free sweet miso from the company Organicville. I do like this company. There's quite a bit of good ones out there. We want living culture miso. You'll be able to read it on the package. And it's fermented beans. So basically you're going to get all the benefits that you would be getting if you were eating kimchi or sauerkraut to start to grow new and healthy bacteria in your gut. So this soup not only is going to be easily digestible, but it's also going to help you, this miso is going to help digest exactly what you're eating, and it's also going to help digest what's already left over in your gut as of now. So this should help eliminate constipation and bloating and gas and other digestive issues, and as a result of that, it's going to pick up your immunity. So huge fan of miso. I have it a few times a week. Once your water gets nice and warm, remember before boiling, then you'll add, you know, usually I have a spoon, but you can just tell this is the way we roll around here, about a tablespoon of miso. And I'll put that in there. I do need a spoon. So I'll need a spoon to stir it. I'll just nicely start stirring that in there, and as the warm water will start to break it down. And you can add a little greenery. So at this point, I might just put in some sprouts or some spinach and maybe just rip them up and throw them in there. But I'll just put a few sprouts. If you're going to eat it all tonight, throw some sprouts in there. If not, then I would say make you a cup of soup and then just put some sprouts on top. That's the way I like to do it. So it keeps these little babies living. Now this is like 300 or something times more potent than the actual full plant would be, and that's why we eat sprouts. So if you want massive nutrition and energy pretty quick, eat the sprouts of a plant and you're good to go. And here it is. Our soup for tonight is a miso soup. You can see I didn't mix it all in right there. And you're good to go. No salt is needed because the miso is naturally salty. And you have a very light soup that's going to assimilate and digest before you go to sleep, which is the key. Thanks for listening.